school. I am Tingma. There are my partners, Wei Shen, Le Yan, Qi Yu. Today we want to share the issues of stray dogs. We have 3 parts in our speech. First, we will talk about the problems of stray dogs. Second, we will talk about the solution in Taiwan. The next, we will talk about the solution in other countries. One day, I took a walk with my little sister, and we saw a lot of stray dogs on the street. She asked me, "Where are the stray dogs from?" I said, "Maybe lost, abandoned, or what?" And she asked me another question. "What are the problems of stray dogs?" I said these problems. S. Sanitation problems. Stray dogs try to survive on the street. All the hope is to fill their stomachs every day. However, their meals from trash can, vegetable markets leftover, or kind people feeling their leftover. But this ramen food may be put everywhere, and the dog dangling to everywhere too, which causes the dirty and disordered environment. In addition, the dog's feces excrement will pollute the environment and stomach. Noise problem. Dogs are sometimes barking, and if they group together, they may annoy the quiet community. Besides, the home also affects condition and mental, which cause the people feel uneasy. So, what dog will bark to you?
First one, declaring dog. First one, declaring the extent of itself. Second, subjecting the external threat. Third, warning the outsider to invade the field.
Thank you. T. Traffic accidents. Some of the newly abandoned pen dogs don't know how to cross the road because of long-term residence at home and unfamiliarity of the outside environment, which lead to unstable. When dogs feel anxious, they may lose control and run into the middle of the street, which causes serious accidents. B. By people. Because of long-term hunger and bullied by irresponsible owners, they may attack humans sometimes. D. Disease spreading. Stray dogs may spread infectious disease. Next one, the solution in Taiwan.
In the past, stray animals in Taiwan would be sent to shelter after being captured. In order to reduce the problem of excess stray animals and the shortage of care resources, shelters have to carry out the humanitarian treatment, commonly known as euthanasia. Euthanasia, a way to die without pain, usually used on animals. However, is it really painless? There are 3 ways of euthanasia. The first one is potassium chloride. The second one is pentobarbital sodium. The third one is saturated magnesium. The potassium chloride method is most commonly used in Taiwan. Potassium chloride is injection causes hypothermia in just a few seconds. This may lead to heart coming starting out and weaken the system. Finally, it will suppress the heart and start the heartbeat. Despite the vets will give animals sedation or anesthetic before potassium chloride injection. They still have a chance to experience a painful death process once anesthetic isn't enough or it doesn't work right, because potassium chloride will cause an intense burning pain. The animals may suffer muscle stiffness for a while. Less than a decade ago, shelters around Taiwan were required to perform euthanasia almost every week, ranging from dozens to hundreds. The documentary Kidnap shocked Taiwan a few years ago. To avoid stray animals being killed because of the lack of shelter spaces, Legislative Council passed a part of the amendment of animal protection, stating the 12 rules, and clarified that only those who were infectious, serious ill, and harmful to people's health or public safety can be applied euthanasia. There is no euthanasia on January 23, 2015. After no euthanasia passed, the stray animals can be captured unless informer can prove that they hit people. Therefore, after India, Taiwan became the second country to carry out no-kill policy. Therefore, more and more stray dogs on the streets. To resolve the number of stray dogs, the relaxation is essential. And TNR is one of best solutions so far. TNR, which means trap, neuter, and return. People used to kill stray dogs to deal with the stray dogs problem. Nowadays, animal protection neuter stray animals instead of killing them.
Following are some ways used in other countries to deal with the problem with stray dogs. First country, Switzerland. Switzerland passed a law in 1992 that animals were being rather than things. An Animal Protection Act was amended in 2008 to provide the owner of the dog must be trained and pass the exam. After training with the dogs, you can obtain the qualification of the owner. With such strict rules, there's still more than 500,000 registered pet dogs, and abandon almost doesn't exist in Switzerland. As a country without stray dogs, doesn't need to develop a policy of stray dogs. And a small number of dogs in the shelter were taken away from the irresponsible owner. Next country, India. India respects the life of animals is often prized because 80.5% of them are Hindus. Which makes animals there could live in peace. India issued a law of prohibiting dog killing in 2001. So, India's stray dogs have surged, with more than 25 million stray dogs in India and are free. Although animals there are safe, they are at risk of the Indian people. According to the World Health Organization's report, at least 20,000 people die from rabies each year in India, while the Indian government are trying to control the number of stray dogs. ABC, the National Captured Animal Birth Control Program, has been carried on. Dog catcher will find stray dogs on the street and bring them back to Brazil residents and do location surgery.
Japan and Taiwan are both encountering the serious issue, pet abandonment. But in Japan, you can't see any stray animals on the streets. Behind the reason is not as beautiful as you thought it to be. In order to copy with the high abandonment rate, Japan derived a car tour system. The car will shuttle around the city. Recycling owners who do not want to keep their dog or cat. And this animal will be undergone humanitarian disposal. If nobody adopt them in 7 days, humanitarian treatment is common a way for them to deal with the problem. Dogs will be placed in the carbon dioxide gas chamber. The operator just press a button. It will let them end their lives. Brazil. There's an animal rescue organization called 4 Feet Water PTS because their own shelters are dead for frost and the dogs are serving, but unfortunately, many families in Brazil will not go to the shelter to adopt animals. They choose to buy dogs and cats from pet shop. So they think of a plan. Secretly, replace the cat and dogs in the pet shop with the ones from the shelter and put a camera to record the customer response. After the experience, father and children, couples, young couples, old lady came to buy the pets. But the chef told them that these puppies and kittens were free. Some of the customers were shocked and confused. And thought they were cheap. But in the end, they are happy to take the pet home.
We think that if every dog in the pet shop was placed in buffer before sold out, then the information of the dog and the owner will be stored in the computer. Thus, it will be much more easy to find lost dogs, so that it will lower the number of stray dogs. Above is our opinion. Thanks for listening.
Very good presentation with a very solid content. The content is really good because you make I know you are extremely concerned about the problem of the stray dogs. So you are here to call for protection of animals. So I mean the main theme is quite clear. 好，这个主题是非常明显的。And yeah, and also you give a very good solutions. You call for everybody's help to solve the problems, and we could see you make lots of comparisons. Okay, how the other countries like Switzerland or Japan or Brazil do to protect the animals or to kill the animals. So you give different kinds of examples to illustrate the points. Okay, that's good. And the second thing that I think is good is that you use lots of acronyms like TNR, ABC, and SNTBT to help the audience to remember what those words stand for. 好，这个也是很好的一个点。And the PPTs are simple, clear, and quite meaningful. And but here the speaker, it's a little bit difficult because you do not put too many words on your PPTs. Sometimes it's really hard for you to recall what you are going to say. So it's okay if you put some of the words on the PPTs. Okay, besides the pictures, the films that you want to use, you can also put some simple words. Make those words beautiful, then your PPTs will be also perfect. Will be also perfect. Okay, so then you can see those words and you will recall. Oh, that's what I'm going to start. Okay, that's I think that's really good. Okay, and then the second thing is the only two disadvantages is that the first thing is that there's too much terminology, like a KCI or euthanasia, things like that, because your audience may not understand what those words are. 好，可能那些专有名词放一下中文，像刚刚前面那一组，这样会 make them understand that easier. Okay, and then the second thing is that also please speak louder. I know you are really good and you spend lots of time on your PPTs on the way you want to deliver your speech. But when you stand on the stage, I know you suffer from the stage fright, but still you have to overcome that problem. And you stand here and you speak louder. You want everybody here to help you solve the problems of the stray dogs. 好，想象自己就是一个代言者，这样你讲的声音就会比较大声一点，很棒的。因为那个英文稿子真的很长。Next time, try to make it simple. Use your own words. 尽量用简单句，它比较好记。OK， 好，我们给他们鼓鼓掌，好不好？这个稿子真的
好，有没有同学要给他们回馈意见？
我是一点。来，那大家好，我是台北市西松高中黄家明老师。那我先想跟各位大家分享一个观点。大家都说我们要走出舒适圈，那请问舒适圈外是什么？
不舒适圈。
不舒适圈。我们是不是可以把它称为学习圈？因为我早上在各场分享，我也想说要分享，因为的确有学生使用不同语言这个沟通工具来表达。那我们不仅会想，如果我是这些学生，我可能心里会说，我可能用 中文表达，我更能够讲我想要讲的故事，跟我更能够带领流浪狗。对，可是我觉得，如果这是他们的学习圈，我觉得他们学到很多东西。对，那当然还是就像刚刚老师讲的，给他们鼓励啦，因为他们当然会有紧张，当然会有好像一直在看稿的状况，但是我希望大家待会也许可以给他们一些正面的回馈，然后我也给一些正面的回馈，就是我非常喜欢你们一开始给大纲，就是有效可以协助听众了解你接下来要讲什么，然后我也很喜欢你们 PPT 的呈现，因为感觉你们是看图讲故事的。就是我们看的图跟你看的这个图那我们就是知道说有巴西有日本跟我台湾有什么不同，这个就是我觉得很有效的分开这个 slide 这个投影片跟你故事的，因为我就会专注，因为看不到投影片上有任何的字，我就会想听你要解释这个巴西，你要解释这个日本，你讲了些什么东西？我觉得这个部分是很有效的。那我也跟秀兰老师觉得一样，你们用了很多 acronym， 就是 A、B、C 啊 ，N 什么啦，然后的那个 B 什么啦，我觉得这也是蛮有趣的。然后有一个小小改进的地方，就是你们有些 PPT 的应该是因为关灯的关系，那个黑背景那个对比其实有点过暗，然后你们的简报的色调就是会相对会暗掉了，就是没有凸显那个时候的状况，感觉就是还蛮暗沉的感觉。对，好，以上谢谢。
还有没有要给回馈意见？没有就换我说咯。好，其实他们用的颜色应该是一种调和的颜色，所以尽量用原色。然后有些单枪对绿色特别敏感可是我们又是苹果绿嘛我们喜欢苹果绿。我用我们，因为我们是同个学校的，他是我们的好孩子。好，刚才老师们讲的优点都很棒，我也觉得他们一开始介绍他们的架构，然后点出他们的主题，用一些英文单字带出他们的主题来，其实真的很棒。流浪狗一直是我们松山高中长期关系的议题，我们每个礼拜都有孩子到流浪狗之家照顾流浪狗，我们全校洗车募了10几万，都为了流浪狗。他们点出了非常非常重要的议题，跟刚刚的海洋的议题是一样的。所以我自己在这边听，我英文也不好，可是我一直很感动，他们真的很用心的在关心这样的议题，融在他们的学习跟生活当中。最主要的目的，我想是达到了但他们很紧张，可是我又看他们很坚持，就像嘉明讲的，他们很坚持，他们就是不要讲中文他们就是忍了很久才拿出来看，我觉得都是很棒的学习精神。因为今天我一直跟各位讲，今天所有的呈现没有好跟不好。因为没有最好，只有更好，所以希望大家一直让自己可以更好。好，那早上光宏有讲说，这个讲请上台之后要讲英文可是讲中文没什么不好全世界讲中文的人口是最多的当然我们也不能够就觉得自己很了不起，还是多学一点语言是好事情那所以我觉得他们很棒，架构都非常清楚好，那最后老师还是要提建议，因为紧张是难免的，他们今天在结束之前呈现了一个最紧张的状态。因为平常我帮他们上课，他们没那么紧张他们今天呈现最紧张的状态，是因为我想大家都一样，因为他们希望表现得很好。那各位要记得，以后你出去任何场合，注意焦点不是你，焦点一定是别人，把自己缩小。像我们当个老师，焦点不是我教的好不好，焦点是学生有没有学到东西。今天你去演讲，你焦点不是我讲的好不好，是讲人家有没有听懂。好，所以把焦点放到别人身上，缩小自己，你可能紧张就会降低了，那当然你表现可以更好一点。OK， 好，这是第一点。第二点是，假设我们，因为他们真的很遵守我们教给他的东西，某一些是我们老师的错，因为我们要他们画面要简单简洁，能不写字就不写字，他们都做到了，以至于他们就害到自己了所以刚才老师有讲，如果也许你有一些重点的字句提醒自己1、2个字，可能就更容易记起来所以也许有一些字，就是跑出去别人看不懂，你们就知道讲什么。那所以我们在演讲的时候，第一个就是观点不要太在意自己，去在意听众或者是学生或者是现场的朋友，这第一个。第二个问题是去记大纲整个你到底要讲什么呢？去记大纲。好，大纲里面去带故事，故事不容易忘记这个 记大纲、记故事比较不容易忘记。好，再来就是那个图片，如果因为你们的图片太简洁了，我觉得也许秀几张流浪狗的图片，也许你比较有 feel， 知道讲狗的故事，透过狗的故事去讲你们要讲的东西，可能更好。那我现在做教学，教他们做得更好。然后再来就是如果看稿，可以不可以看稿？我们演讲可不可以看稿？当然可以，所以没有问题，就看稿。好，那因为那个你很紧张嘛，所以你就到最后你又忍住，到最后一直看稿。其实我们一样可以看稿，瞄一下讲一下，瞄一下讲一下，没有问题的，没有问题，因为我们的东西很棒。好，所以你的看稿不会是大家去关注的重点。好 ，OK， 这样大家了解哈。所以像刚才我们的嘉明老师也讲了，因为你们去比较嘛，没有太多东西，反而人家会吸引你讲什么。于是这时候你的看稿反而把内容很完整的讲出来，其实是可以，不会有什么太大问题的哈。所以各位可以看一下。那最近有一个很红的人叫李开复，啊，他在哥伦比亚大学演讲，又在台大演讲。你知道他在哥伦比亚演讲，他一直看稿啊。他一直看稿啊，这很正常的哈，所以不要太介意。那我再讲一次，早上我讲过，未来的演讲一定是多元风格的。好，以前我们被训练是，
各位老师、各位同学，是这样子啊，大家好，
就都是这样子，很制式的。以前演讲是这样子啊，现在不是，现在不兴这一套。好，所以一定是呈现你的多元风格。好，所以大家尽量放轻松一点，好，然后任何的历程都是学习，好，还是提醒大家哈，没有最好，只有更好，追求更好的自己才是我们应该去面对的人生态度。好，那我今天呢，评审主持人是我要很私心的，请各位放下你手边的东西，放下手边的东西，空出你的双手，用力的为我们评审。那我们今天的这一场的这边的场子就全部结束了，对。那我们一起来合一个照，好不好？大家一起到前面来，好，所有的那个参赛的不是参赛的，我自己讲错了，所有参与的朋友们一起来，好，一起来。
可以不要这样吗？
来。